another journey that we're going on is the journey of Pirates of the Caribbean. So the last one came out in 2017, and we have not seen it since. There has been rumors of Margot Robbie starring in one and then being dropped, and then another one being made and being dropped. So who knows what's happening with this franchise. But we have recent news is that the next Pirates of the Caribbean film is going to reboot the entire franchise. It's not going to continue on from Jack Sparrow. We don't know if it's going to, reboot Jack Sparrow, recast Jack Sparrow, if it's going to bring in a whole new cast. Who knows? Jerry Bruckheimer, who is the director of Pirates of the Caribbean, he said it's easier to put together this film, it's easier to reboot and put together as you don't have to wait for certain actors to become available due to their schedules. So that's the reason why they're rebooting it. It is unknown if Johnny Depp will return. It's looking most likely not. I doubt he would, but who knows. And apparently Margot Robbie's Pirates of the Caribbean is still on the table in whichever shape or form that takes in either this franchise or the Johnny Depp franchise, or if it's its own thing. Who knows with this. James, take it. What's your thoughts, man?
Oh man, I don't know where the franchise is going. I'm a bit torn. Maybe rebooting the franchise is probably the way to go if you're trying to start something new and start an actual, I guess revitalize the franchise, give it a bit of a refresh. It's probably just to do, a hard reboot, no ties to the first ones, just go completely new, start again, get good characters and then get good actors behind it. I think you can do it, but I do think at the end of the day, what makes Pirates work is Jack Sparrow, and further to that, Johnny Depp as Jack Sparrow. I just don't think Pirates would really work without that quirky character being the lead. It just makes it so much more entertaining. Like you can have plenty of. There's so many like dull action movies out there with just a very generic cast, but Jack Sparrow is the one very unique thing that's in the Pirates franchise in terms of characters. All the other characters are kind of generic townspeople or pirates. They stick to the tropes of those kind of characters. But Jack Sparrow is that that weird, quirky one, unpredictable. You don't really know what he's thinking, but he's also a super genius and dumb at the same time. And it's just really wacky. And Johnny Depp really pulls that off. I honestly don't think you could have another actor play that role. Specifically Jack Sparrow, you could have another actor come in and then make it their own and just kind of have another character just not being Jack Sparrow. So if you cannot get Johnny Depp and Jack Sparrow in the movie, then I think a hard reboot's probably your safest route to go. But why this needs to be a thing at all is beyond me. We can move on from it. I don't think we need to start this franchise again. I think this franchise, it's truly a one-hit wonder in terms of the first one being great, and then just dying out very, very quickly. It's very clear that it was just meant to be one film, and it was so successful that they had to continue it. Like, I'm someone who likes Dead Man's Chest and At World's End, but it's just not like, it doesn't hit the same as that first one. They're entertaining for their production value, I think. They're a lot of fun. They have awesome action sequences, but they aren't great narratively like the first one. Do you want this franchise to be reborn, so to speak?
Yes and no. I do enjoy the Pirates films. That's mainly just 1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
I can't remember 4, and I didn't even know 5 existed until I looked into this.
Well, have you not seen it?
No, I have seen it. I was 11, even though I have seen it. I just completely forgot that it existed, so I had no idea. That's how probably shit it was. But I do know it makes a bunch load of money, It's like one of those films that could easily just make $1 billion, no matter how shit it is. So I do see why they're trying to milk this everything they have. I'm agreeing with you. They need to reboot it because you can't have Jack Sparrow in it because whoever replaces Johnny Depp is just going to be compared and criticised and dissected compared to him, and that's just not fair to whichever actor takes that role. It's just move on, create a new character, I'm sick of seeing all of these reboots having to have a different actor play the same character. Just create someone new, create the next icon of the next generation, you know, rather than trying to hold on to the past, because times are changing and this is a perfect time to introduce new characters. So yeah, the thing that I'm really confused on is Margot Robbie's Pirates. Like, apparently it's a thing, but it was supposed to be set in Johnny Depp's Pirates of the Caribbean, but it's now being rebooted, but Margot Robbie's still having her own Pirates, so...
Well, I thought they dropped it, and then...
That's what I thought too, and then I did some reading, and it said it was dropped and picked up, and then dropped and now it's picked up again, so... I have no idea. Whether this goes on or doesn't, just drop it. Yeah. Just leave it. Reboot it and start fresh. Yeah, and don't make her Jane Sparrow as well if you are going to go with it, because that's just another cheap way of rebooting Jack Sparrow.
I thought you just said James Sparrow, and I was like, I like the sound of that. James Sparrow?
I could get hyped.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. I'd be on board for a James Sparrow.
Yeah.